Greetings, ladies and gentlemen of the interwebs. I am back with the face cam. Broke my lens, so I had to get a new one. It's kind of a whole thing. But we're reviewing Detective Pikachu today. Just came out, I guess today. Technically, I saw it last night. But let's get into it. It's directed by Rob Letterman and it stars Ryan Reynolds and Justice Smith. So I think the strongest part of the film is the fact that we finally get Pokemon on the big screen. And they look great. They're animated very, very realistically, but also you still kind of get the Pokemon feel from them. They look great. Definitely no Sonic animation here. They're pristine, they look clean, and they look like Pokemon would look like in real life, I guess. I mean, we don't know for sure, but I was very happy with how they looked. One of my issues with the amount was the amount of Pokemon that they had in the movie. There were only about, I'd say, 30 types or so. There are like over 700 types in the games, so I understand that they're on a budget and it's difficult to animate all these Pokemon, but I think it would have been cool to have more variety. But what we got looked great. Now moving on to another positive was Ryan Reynolds. He was fantastic in this film. It was kind of like a PG Deadpool. He acts very. It's Ryan Reynolds. I mean, what you expect from Ryan Reynolds is what you get in this film, and he nails it. And the movie definitely goes up a couple notches once he is introduced as Detective Pikachu in the film. On to some of the negatives, I don't think the acting was very good for the most part as far as the human characters go. I know the character that really stuck out to me in this regard is Lucy. She was really over the top. She's like an intern reporter, and she's over the top and kind of like a caricature of herself of her profession. And it was really just annoying and unnecessary. And anytime she was on the screen, it was like, ugh. I mean, it's just horrible. I don't know why they directed her to act that way, but it didn't work for me. Justice Smith did pretty good once Detective Pikachu showed up. I think before that it was kind of a weak performance, but he definitely rose to the occasion once Detective Pikachu showed up. Another negative is kind of the overall story. The story worked for me for about, I'd say, like half of the movie, and then the second half it kind of falls off the wagon. But it can be forgiven because the visuals are cool. The fact that we're finally getting Pokemon on the big screen is nice, and his Justice Smith's relationship with Detective Pikachu is a fun thing to watch. So that kind of maybe picks up some of the slack that the story doesn't give us. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and grade this. I look at this from two different perspectives, as a Pokemon fan and as a movie fan. As a Pokemon fan, I'll give this a 7 out of 10. I think that it definitely could have been better. I wasn't crazy about the characters or the story, and now that I think about it, I didn't really like the way it was shot. There were a lot of weird shots, but overall it was fun. It was amazing to finally see these Pokemon on the big screen. I know I've said that over and over again, but we've only ever had fully animated Pokemon movies, so this was a nice change of pace, and I'm happy that they actually pulled it off, because video game movies are notoriously awful. So very happy that they managed to have some success with this film. Hopefully it does well at the box office. We'll have to wait and see for that. But as a movie fan, I have to give this probably closer to a 6 because, like I said, a weak story is kind of unforgivable for me. It's really important to me that the story is good. I think it's probably one of the most important parts of the film. So the fact that the story is kind of weak, and the fact that I enjoyed the Pokemon aspect of it so much, I'm going to average this out to a 6.5 out of 10 for my final rating. I definitely recommend you go see this, especially if you're the least bit into Pokemon. You will probably have something to enjoy out of this movie. So if you've seen it, let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll be looking forward to reading those. I'm Zach, and I will see you on the next one, folks. Bye!